Welcome everyone to our first weekly showcase of the year. Really excited to showcase you guys this week's mod series. I have some really interesting mods for you guys this week, ranging from our first challenge mod that will keep you on your toes, UI mods that fixes the issues that we have in the vanilla version, game tweaks, weapon mods and armor mod of the week, and much more. I hope you guys strap in and let's get this started. These are Baldur's Gate 3's weekly mods, episode 11. Enjoy. We're gonna start with a mod that was recommended by a viewer, Umbra711. Thanks again for the heads up. He mentioned about a mod that will keep you on your toes and will be a great challenge for your team. I'm a sucker for challenge mods, by the way, so any sort of mod that stretch my builds and challenge how I play the game is a welcome addition. So here it is. Are you looking for a mod that is an absolute added challenge? Feel that you're overpowered in any situations with your well-optimized builds? Well, this mod will be perfect for you. Introducing the Absolute Wrath mod. This is our challenge mod of the week that will definitely keep you on your toes. The mod introduces a whopping 1,500 plus affixes and hundreds of potential elites, adding to a more dynamic and challenge to your enemy encounters. Affixes are enchantments to different type of enemies that may range from elemental buffs to arcane debuffs. If you played Diablo before, you'll be quite familiar in how this mechanic works. The affixes are randomly generated in each encounter, so you can just cheese it and randomly examine foes and know what affixes they have before starting a battle. All affixes will be revealed once the battle starts for that random chaos. The mod also bases the affixes on a tier chance as well as a smart affixes identification that ensures a lore appropriate and thematic battle for you. This will make sure that you won't get any random affixes on any random enemy, making them a literal god, especially in the early game. I actually tested this effect in different encounters. Enemies have different chances of getting affixes, so you won't have a chance to get overwhelmed. Even if you're fighting a large quantity of enemies that all have affixes, some of them have affixes and some of them don't. It also affects bosses and mini bosses to add more of that flair to your battles. Pair these affixes with your honor mode legendary actions and you'll be in a world of pain. Second is a mod that is a guaranteed great addition to your UI mods. Have you been frustrated how boring and bland the tooltips in the vanilla version? Especially if you're new to the game and you don't know what items are supposed to be? Tired of that ordinary black and white tooltip? Now it's time to make it all better with the improved tooltip mod. The mod enhances the visual feedback and improves the ease of use when using the show all items functionality. It is the alt key for PC users to show all of the items in the game if you don't know. Oh, did I mention that you don't need to keep pressing the alt key anymore? The mod changes it so it's now a toggleable function. Instead of pressing down, you can just turn it on and off whenever you want. Handy, right? It is a combination of two mods, so you get the functions of two in a package of one. The added visual icons to represent the type of items and the various coloration based on the types of items is just really good. The colors pop nicely so you won't miss that every single detail. Third is our rebalance mod of the week, which is the rebalance feat mod. Have you noticed most of the feats in vanilla version is just underwhelming? There are only a handful of useful feats that are worth to get, and most builds just take ability improvement and I can't blame them. There are only around 3 to 4 feats that I can confidently use in my builds, and the others are just trash.
Know your place, trash.
Or not just worth your time. Not until this mod, that is. The mod rebalances the feats of the vanilla game that are rarely chosen. Feats like Tavern Brawler, Great Weapon Master, Sharpshooter, Savage Attacker, etc. are still very strong, mind you, so there's not much changes to them. The mod aims to make other feats competitive and a viable pick to your builds, like the Crossbow Expert is now changed to Archery Expert. It increases dexterity by 1 while removing the disadvantage for your hand crossbows when in melee range. Light and heavy crossbows have new abilities like bonus shot and repelling shot. Short and longbow also has new passives like ricochet shot that hits 2 targets in one attack. Charger has an increased strength as well as a charger weapon attack only costs an action, while the charger shove only costs a bonus action. Ritual caster now grants all ritual spells except silence, as well as access to guidance, resistance, and light. Performer now grants effects on your songs as a bard should be, etc. There are notable minor changes to some useful and almost strong feats to make them really good. Speaking of something really good is our 4th mod of the week. This is a really nice mod from Kates that is surprisingly useful. Honestly had this constant issue in the base game that this mod fixes. Have you ever been annoyed on how the widgets in the base game are just messed up? Wanted to drag that reward panel so you can see your inventory screen? I mean, why does every single time a reward pops up, it always obscures your view? Have that problem when you combine or dye your equipment? You need to constantly drag the item panels out of the way. As a player who dyes every single items, it gets really irritating most of the times. Now, we have a fix for that. With the Better Various Widgets mod, the mod improves 5 small widgets in the game, like the Tadpole Power Tree has better visual effects. Now you can clearly plan your way into the tier powers that you want. Zoom flexibility is now increased to see all the elicited powers, as well as the sidebar is tighter and more defined. The combined panel and die animation is reduced, as well as the default position is now to the left and will not overlap with your inventory panel. The reactions will no longer overlap with your hotbar and will purposely avoid it. As mentioned earlier, reward panels is finally draggable, etc. This mod is again another great addition to your UI mods. Amazing work as always. Now for both weapons and armor mods of the week, which is the Orochi Gago's Homebrew Weapons and Wonders mod. This mod adds a collection of armors, weapons, and rings to change how you play the game. All of the items have some really cool passives and active features, complete with its own particle effects and attack animations to make it as flashy as possible. The mod introduces a Tyrant set complete with its own helmet, armors, legs, and weapons, etc. It looks like a more detailed version of the Oathbreaker armor, complete with its own passives. Weapons are really powerful and shiny, that has some really godly powers, and also some balance added to it. The only gripes with the mod is that some items are taken from other sources of media, so it may not look lore friendly to you, like the Golden Sausage, the Bow of Eros, the Yamato from Devil May Cry.
I am the storm that is approaching.
Ah, chills. Literal chills.
To something fun like the Cape of Invisibility from Harry Potter.
You're a wizard, Harry. I shouldn't have told you that. I should not have told you that.
Or the Ring of Massive Parts. I'm sure you'll enjoy this really cool weapons and armors like I did. Finally, the mod that I had the most fun for the week. We can now finally summon our lovable ogre to Baldur's Gate 3, and he looks glorious. Our big green love machine will help us destroy any challenges. With the help of the onion ring, we can bring Shrek to our side using the assets from existing ogres in the game. The mod brings Shrek to life. All that I can say is that he looks very intimidating. He has his own skills like Action Surge and some ogre attacks, so it's perfectly fine. Now we have a worthy companion if you finally decide to do that Princess Fiona playthrough, which I absolutely did. Special mentions to the Bags Reforged. I really wanted to highlight this mod because I'm an absolute fan of the work. The mod introduces 14 new bags with auto-filtering options to help that collection and organization to your items. All the bags have custom icons and tooltip arts, so they stay where you put them. Some of the bags have auto-filtering options, and some have manual filtering functions. Most of the bags have the ability to be summoned with a ring. The mod is an absolute great one to get if you want to have a really organized inventory, and in addition, It also works with your companions. The only concern for me is that it is really hard to uninstall as it overrides a large functions in the base game. Most likely if there are any major tweaks or changes in the inventory in the future, you may not be able to uninstall the mod and may have issues in your game until the mod is fixed or updated. Alright guys, thank you for watching this week's mod showcase. It is our first weekly mod of the year. And I'm really happy that I got the chance to showcase this mod to you guys. I'm really curious to know what are the mods that you want to be highlighted for next week, as well as the mods that you are rocking in your current playthrough. Would love to know your thoughts as well as your questions and clarifications in the comment down below. Don't forget to hit that like button if you guys enjoy the series. It really lets me know that you guys are enjoying the mods. Shoutouts for all the people who subscribe and keep supporting the channel. I really appreciate you guys for all of the amazing support, and for all of the people who haven't subscribed yet, thank you for watching my videos. I hope I earn the subscriptions in the future, but if I earn it today, please consider to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. If you want to support me directly, you can join our D20 Rollers Club by hitting the join button, and not to mention I also have Patreon if you want to go that route. Anyway, thanks again guys for watching and all of the recommendations for the mods. Finally, that's it for me. Hope to see you soon on the next Master Box Show. Peace out. Bye guys.
Hey, what